All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the ghost.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Ghost, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, we have a 1-year-old daughter named Alexis Ray. We're not together anymore. We were married for 2 years. We divorced because I like women. And so I want to put him on child support. He don't do nothing for his little girl. So that's basically.
Okay. So you all divorced, have a 1-year-old.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a case that starts off quiet, but gets wild fast. Ms. Ghost strolls into court like it's just another day, calmly asking for child support for her 1-year-old daughter. But right out the gate, she reveals she left the father because she now likes women. The delivery is so casual it's almost comedic, but the tension builds instantly. The father looks blindsided, frozen in disbelief. The judge's eyes stay at all. She's already bracing for emotional wreckage. It's the kind of courtroom energy where you can feel the petty bubbling beneath polite words. And we all know, when it starts quiet like this, it's about to go left.
you want him to pay child support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, seems pretty straightforward. Sir, what do you have to say about that?
Your Honor, I don't have a problem paying child support, but, she did leave me for somebody else. She cheated on me throughout our relationship and things like that.
That's another court that has nothing to do with me. Continue.
Yes, ma'am. I only make $16 an hour, ma'am, as a warehouse supervisor, so it's really hard to make the ends meet. So I don't know how much I can give. It's expensive to live where we live,
Well, according to the documents you provided, you made $18 an hour, not $16.
Oh.
Oh. So
He's
you
also
don't
a
know how
liar,
much you
Your
made?
Honor.
No, ma'am, I was mistaken. I apologize.
Oh, okay. But you get a check every month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all made the perfect couple. You're the liar, she's the cheater.
Well, that's semantics right there. That's the particulars. He lied. I didn't cheat on him.
Okay, well, we already established that he lies. I mean,
Oh, yeah, see, I told you he was a liar.
Well, I mean, you didn't even have to tell me that.
You knew that, right?
I don't know how you do
So,
it every
you know,
single time.
What are you?
What I don't need you all to do is address each other. You all
Yes,
will
ma'am.
address me. There's obviously a reason that you're no longer married.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
Because she's a cheater.
No, because you guys were the perfect storm is why you guys are not married anymore.
All right, guys. This is where it gets messy fast. The father opens by acting cool, saying he doesn't mind paying, but then quickly spirals, accusing her of cheating and blaming her for the breakup. He tries to play the broke card, saying he only makes $16 an hour. The judge isn't having it and pulls the real number, $18. Instantly, the mood shifts. She snaps at him. He throws verbal jabs back, and suddenly it's a war of accusations. No one's here for the child. It's pride, pettiness, and payback. The judge has to interrupt just to regain control. This ain't just support court. It's an emotional battleground with a scoreboard.
Now, in terms of health care, who pays it for this child?
He pays it.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she's
She's on his Medicaid.
Okay, so wait a minute. The child lives with you, but
Yes, ma'am.
and the child is on Medicaid.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you paying Medicaid yet, or you haven't started paying them?
Yes, ma'am. I am paying for the child's health care right now.
Okay, so you guys understand that Medicaid is not health insurance, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is health. It's not health insurance per se in terms of a private carrier, but for the child, that particular service is through the state of Texas. So that money does have to be repaid to the state. You're not paying health insurance to her. You understand that, right? Or you didn't understand?
I
'Cause you're looking real
understand. I
confused.
understand that now, ma'am.
You understand it now? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you understand that Medicaid has to be reimbursed to the state, and you're going to have to start paying child support at $18 an hour. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You looked real depressed just then. I mean, did I say something wrong?
Now the courtroom starts feeling more like a crash course in adulting. When the judge asks who covers the child's health care, both parents fumble. They claim Medicaid handles it, but the judge drops the truth bomb. Medicaid isn't free. It's a government reimbursement loan, and someone's paying it back. The father's face cracks as the judge makes it clear he's the one stuck with the bill. Suddenly, he realizes child support includes way more than diapers. It includes the cost of ignorance. The silence in the room screams louder than any argument. Reality just clocked in, and it's collecting receipts.
No, ma'am. I just know how much it's going to hurt, ma'am. That's all.
Know how much is what is going to hurt you.
The child support hit.
And you do understand that, Mom, are you working?
No, ma'am.
Why aren't you working? Why aren't you working?
I mean, I just don't work.
You don't want to work, but you think that he is solely responsible for taking care of your 1-year-old?
Well, she lives with me, so I take it.
I was talking, thanks. If she does live with you, yes, she does live with you, and he will be obligated to pay child support because of that. But you also need to be working too.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you going to come back in here next time with some proof of looking for a job?
Oh, yes, ma'am, I will, and I'm currently pregnant again. So we might
Your
be
Honor,
for
that is not my child.
Oh, that was my next question, but
I ain't touched her in like almost a year.
okay, that is good information to know.
Wouldn't
That
touch her
has
either.
nothing to do with this, because a child that is not born is not a child within existence at this moment, so therefore child support can be determined anyway.
We'll be back, though.
You'll be back for
We'll be
that
back.
child. Okay, well, when you return, we will
With somebody
discuss that
else.
child.
With you. We'll be back with you.
Well, sir, just make sure you know, I just want you to know that you do have the right to get a DNA test.
Oh, really?
Yes, you have a right to get a DNA test on that child that she's pregnant with, just to make sure if she does bring you back, that if it's not your child, you won't be placed on child support.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you understand
But
that?
it's your child, so don't worry about that.
Ma'am.
Here's where it all hits the fan. The judge asks why the mother isn't working, and without blinking, she casually says she's pregnant again. You can hear a pin drop. The father's jaw nearly hits the floor. He instantly denies paternity, saying they haven't been together in nearly a year. The tension tightens as the judge calmly explains his right to a DNA test if she ever tries to put that child on him. The moment feels like a cliffhanger in a soap opera. Everyone's watching this flip from child support case to potential paternity war. One sentence turned the whole vibe sideways, and now the stakes just doubled.
I don't need you addressing him, okay? And as of right now, we don't know whose child it is. Well, when I say we, I'm speaking about the court. We don't know whose child it is, because you're currently pregnant. He hasn't had an opportunity to do a DNA test, okay?
You get pregnant from another girl.
All right. Sir, I do not need that extra sidebar over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, so based on $18 an hour, what is your work week? And truthfully, how many hours do you work a week?
Roughly 60 hours a week, ma'am.
Okay, you told the truth about that. I just have to verify everything that you say from now on. So,
I'm
$18 an hour at 60 hours per week. That brings your gross to about $2,160. Your net of $1,903.58. Now, in terms of health insurance, at another time, you do have the right to get some sort of health insurance plan for your child. However, for today, you're going to have to reimburse that money to Medicaid. So what I'll have to do is I'm going to take 9% of your gross, that $2,160 amount. 9% of that is $194.40.
Now the judge brings out the calculator, and reality goes into full swing. She breaks down his income. $18/hour at 60 hours a week equals $2,160 gross, around $1,900 net. Then she tags on $194.40 per month to repay Medicaid. He sits there absorbing every number like a punch to the gut. What started as a willing to pay statement now looks more like stunned regret. The room grows quiet as the math stacks up. This is where you realize court doesn't care about excuses. It cares about income, proof, and cold hard math. He's not just paying for a child. He's paying for every missed reality check.
Now, if you are able to find some health insurance that's cheaper than that, that would be great. You have the right to do that. And when that does happen, you can come back to court and we can make the change, okay? But as of today, that's the number. Then you're going to pay, your child support obligation is $380.72. But mom, sir, asked that you pay back pay since the day that the child was born. You know what that means, right?
No, ma'am.
So pretty much that $380 amount, you're going to be responsible for paying that for the past 12 months. Yeah. You're looking real confused right now. That's the
Not
law.
confused, concerned, ma'am. That's
Yes.
all.
Well, okay, so up until this point, you have not been giving her any type of financial support for your child. Isn't that correct? It's a yes or no.
I have, ma'am, but I can't prove it because it's always been cash. I've always.
So the answer is no,
Yes, ma'am.
because if you've given her cash, that's a gift, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So the back pay that she requested for the past 12 months would bring your back pay, is also known as retroactive child support, $6,600, okay? And I'm going to make that payable at $100 per month. So your new child support obligation is going to be $480.72 a month.
Just when he thinks it's over, the judge slams the gavel with $6,600 in back pay. 12 months of unpaid support, billed all at once. He tries to argue, says he gave her cash, but the judge shuts it down fast. It's not documented, it doesn't count. Cash under the table doesn't protect you in court, it buries you. Then she sets his official monthly payment, $480.72. You can almost see the life leave his face. This isn't a misunderstanding, it's a judgment. One that comes with a monthly reminder that doing things off the books has a price tag, and he just got hit with the invoice.